What is good, everybody? Good morning. How are we doing? It is indeed a Thursday morning. It is the last stream day of the week, and it is officially my last trading day of the week as well. So, with that being said, come say good morning to us in chat. Come say hello. Come tell us where you're trading from this morning, and we shall get straight into the market. So, Rich will be joining us. Do not worry. He's just having a couple of technical difficulties his side, and then he shall be in. So let's get my Forex factory up because it's good to check out the news first. Awesome stuff. Okay, now that that's ready. Anyway, come say good morning, guys. Let us know where you're trading from. Let us know what's going on. How's your week been? And give us some news. Give us some good news. For those of you who were watching yesterday, you would have seen the trader battles. It is the last day of trader battles today, so make sure that you're sticking around because LJ has got his last battle today. I've got my last battle today, so it should be good. It should be good fun, guys. I'm trying to make sure there we go. So it should be good fun. I will be battling in about 3 hours time, and LJ will be battling his last opponent in about 2 hours time. So make sure you're sticking around for that. If you haven't already, make sure you smash that like button and make sure you subscribe to the channel if you are new here. But anyway, let's say good morning to everyone in chat. Hi sir, hello RB Vlogs, what's good my man, how you doing? Anne was good, Annex, I'll just call you Annex, there you go. Annex was good, hello there. Hi sir, FX, what is good, my friend? How you doing? Trade with Patel. Good morning with the sunrise. Absolutely love that. Good morning to you. Buongiorno. What is good? Buongiorno to you, my friend. Ciao, ciao bella. To Aquil. What is good, my friend? How are you doing? Hi, I am a good trader. Good for you, my friend. Absolute legend. But I don't have money. Give me 5k funded account. I want, don't get, just to say that, my friend. If you want it, you don't demand it. But like, if you don't have enough money, that is super unfortunate. But luckily for you, we do giveaways. Now, I don't think we have a giveaway today. The only giveaway is for the participant who is competing. And then they will be given a 50k account if they win. So if they don't win, then they don't get one. So stick around, subscribe to the channel, and make sure that you keep an eye out for our giveaways. MJ Volunteer, greetings. What is good, my friend? How you doing? Azrael Trade, the man, the myth, the legend, the one who managed to beat me on Monday. What is good, my friend? Good morning, guys. How you doing? Lazio, good morning. What is good, my friend? How you doing? Morning, fellas. What is good, Daniel? How you doing? And yes, from the 5ers team, good morning, everyone. Ty Keith. What is good, Ty Keith? Good morning, Will. Thank you very much. Good morning, Ty. How you doing, brother? Indeed, how's your trading week been? Let us know how your trading week has been, guys. I'm a bit pixelated, apparently. I don't know what to do about that. My Wi-Fi's... Let me do a speed test. My Wi-Fi is running perfectly. It's actually quite fast today as well. There we go. Let's go on the one that I use all the time. Right, there we go. While that's speed testing, let's keep on catching up with chat. But yes, thank you, Tykeith. I will keep an eye on my Wi-Fi on that one. Linus, you are doing great. Thank you very much, my friend. I really appreciate that. Mr. Mike, what is good? Good morning, Forex brothers. It's extremely good to analyze the markets. Hello from Slovenia. Big shout out to Slovenia. What is good? But yes, indeed, it is extremely good to analyze the markets. And big shout out to all of you guys, my Forex brethren. Morning, chaps. Been away. What's new? What is good? Oh, wow, actually. My download speed's fine. My upload speed is tragic. Really bad, actually. Okay, so yeah, maybe that's why I'm a bit pixelated. Interesting. Garden design, you've not missed much. I don't know how long have you been away for? So obviously we had the We had the competitions Monday through to today. Yo, speaking of the devil, you shows up. What is good, my man? How you doing?
Good and you, mate.
Yeah.
My streaming platform was completely frozen. I had to restart my PC, so everything seems to be working now. Good.
Happy days. Oh, that's right. Sometimes it just needs a good reboot.
Yeah, no idea what was going on. Oh, dude, I am
Um,
knackered today. Like, I am so tired.
Mate, I'm sweating already. It's that hot. I slept on top of my bed instead of actually in my bed last night, and I still woke up absolutely sweating this morning. Yeah, it was. The heat's a little bit different. I'm actually looking at the moment to see if I can buy an air conditioning unit for my bedroom
Mm.
and my office. That's how hot it is here. Yeah,
Oh,
I don't wear shorts at all, but I'm back. I've had to borrow my brother's shorts because I legit have zero pairs of shorts. So yeah, dude, I feel you, man. I hardly slept. But
dude. Heat
you
is
bring up the
something else.
energy anyway.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and get the energy up. I'm just like, I'm so tired. My
Right,
brain is
guys in
foggy as
chat,
well.
let's try and help Rich bring that energy up. So let's get that energy going. Let's make sure that Rich is feeling energetic with us today. Yes, final day of the brand battles, guys. I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited. So Monday I lost, Tuesday I lost, and then yesterday I won. So it
And a
is.
nail biter, dude. Yesterday's was a nail biter. Yours.
It was. I
Oh,
know. I had a message on Instagram. I think it's from Azrael Trade saying, he was like, "Will, I was watching your P&L last night, and damn," he's like, "it was like the last couple of seconds." I was like, "I know." And then I was getting messages on Discord as well. They were like, "Dude, that was so fun to watch." I was like, "Yeah, sick, wasn't it?" Like it was. To be fair, I think the guys in chat were loving are loving these battles from what I can gather. But yeah,
dude,
man,
that last minute 2% win that you had. Actually, no, it was more than 2%.
it
It was
was
like
it was
5%.
close to a 4% win because I was 3% down and I was 2% up. So yeah, it was about a
That's
5% win. Yeah.
5% trade, dude. That was so good. Yeah, nail biter.
Yeah, it was, to be fair, dude. I was nervous, man, going up against Akram. I was crapping myself a little bit. I was like, ooh, this is a true underdog. I was like, I know that
Mm.
Akram's a good trader. I was like, I've got to pull out stops here. I was like, there's going to be no just chilling and hanging back here because I know that Akram was going to come out the gates and do some good stuff. So I was like, okay, I got to see what I can do.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was good fun, man. It was good fun.
he did what Akram did based on that was put the pressure on you to
Yeah,
perform, and
big
then
time, man.
you did what you do based on that is perform under pressure. So
Yeah, yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, fair. Yeah, no, literally that. It was, yeah, Akrab he was a tough competitor. He came out the gates and, like you said, did exactly what he needed to do, and that was just put pressure on.
uh dude, I screwed up this morning a trade.
Oh no.
I meant to do a long, and then I did a short on Nas, and I
Wait, so,
don't know
well,
where the mistake came from. Because I
so you
checked everything.
so you're supposed to do a short, but you longed. Oh,
No, no,
sorry,
no,
other
no.
way
I was
around.
supposed to do a long, and I took a short, and I was like, yeah, everything is good, everything's perfect. Checked everything on all three of the accounts, the futures, and two of my other accounts as well.
Oh man.
I was just like, yeah, no, it looks good. Did that, went and made coffee, did like some other stuff, came back. I had everything minimized, and I was looking at TradingView, and I was like, yeah, no, everything looks good on TradingView. It looks good for it's going up. Started doing some
Ah,
admin
dude.
work, and then I look back and I was like, um, the futures platform gives you an indication if one of your points have been hit, a stop loss or a
Yeah,
take profit.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I was like, oh yeah, no, that looks good, but it's a bit early. It's a bit early for a take profit on the
You,
futures
you
account
won.
because the futures account is a 1 to 2, and according to what I've seen here, it's just like it's barely a 1 to 1 now. Have a look, and I was like, that's odd. There's that was a sell. Okay. So I go and look at the other two accounts and I was like, oh, I took sells on all three of them. What the hell?
Oh, mate.
Yeah.
Ah, that's so annoying. I mean, look, it happens. Don't beat
Yeah,
yourself up too much. It
dude,
does happen.
that's how I realized I was just tired today because I could have sworn that it was a buy that I put in. So
Yeah.
I'll show you my screen now, and then you can see
I mean, look,
what I
we've
would.
all been there. I remember I did something similar, whether it was a short or long, I can't remember now. It was a while ago, but I remember drawing it up correctly on TradingView and placing it completely incorrectly on oh, Beauty. A really nice
So
one.
this is what I was looking at. We'd been so nicely bullish today um, the after this massive move that we had at the end of the New York session, which was, I can't remember the stock's name. LJ was talking about it yesterday the whole day, waiting for their price report or profit report, whatever you want to call it. And anyway, and I saw this attempt down here as price was coming down into from rollover, went up, tried to take those highs of yesterday, and then started pushing lower, and then basically made this secondary attempt over here, trying to wick lower, and that didn't. It started pushing up again. So when I got here to the market, it was somewhere around here, just like 7:30-ish my time, somewhere around here. I was like, well, this looks really good for a potential push up. If we wanted to continue lower, this would have failed, and we would have continued pushing lower.
Dude, yeah, mate, that's so frustrating.
I'm just seeing there's some people in chat that's getting a little angsty about what is being discussed in chat. Guys, what's discussed in chat is it's all free game. Just so long as we're all respectful of each other, let's not start this day by being disrespectful to each other, guys. Come on.
I miss something.
Cap Knox the plug saying, "Shut up, guys," with the gutter convo talking about Hackney and Pickham. So, Cap Knox, let's not start the day like this.
What's happening in Peckham?
Yeah. Anyway,
Then,
Micron. Thanks, MGN. It was Micron's earnings report, and I think they were up something like 15%, which was really good. Anyway, so the idea was that I thought we were going to continue pushing up, even though we came to this top end over here. I thought it looked good enough. If we're gonna attempt to push back down again, so 1, 2, 3, 4 bullish candles, one bearish candle. This bearish candle basically came into this top edge here, very close to, and then we made another bullish candle. I said, you know what? Screw this. I'm going to take the buy here. And this is what the trade would have looked like. So this is 1 to 4. 1 to 2 on the futures account would have been there. No, actually, no, I'm lying to you. The futures account would have been like this. Futures account is slightly larger. This would have been the 1 to 2. And it already hit my TP somewhere over here. And I was like, that is so weird. Like, how? That is what I did. And in reality, I actually put in a sell instead of a buy. And the same issue with my CFDs. So, yeah, gutted, mate, gutted. Bit tired. Thought I checked everything, didn't. Yeah, so...
Dude, I mean, it happens. That's just shit out of luck, man. It's just one of those things. Frustrating though. It's frustrating.
Dude, I'm not like angry or anything. I'm just like, I could have prevented that, and that's the thing that kind of burns a little bit. Is that this was completely preventable. I woke up this morning realizing I'm tired, didn't sleep well. drained, just mentally just tired. And when I saw this, I was like, maybe I'm just going to try and take a trade now because it looks good. Where I know from my past events that if I'm tired, I don't make good decisions, or if I'm tired, I make silly mistakes, like for argument's
Yeah.
sake, taking a sell instead of a buy.
Yeah,
So
I was going to say, mate, it's when it comes to being tired, the best thing you can do, mate, is just hold off. Maybe go onto a demo account today, or go onto the sim side, the sim account side of the futures. Just do, I wouldn't be trading your personal account, because the biggest thing is now is you're what I call emotionally compromised.
yeah,
You're
no, so
emotionally
I'm done trading for today, mate. I'm done.
100%, man, and I credit you for that. That's probably the smartest thing you can do, because when you're emotionally compromised because you're tired, trading becomes tough. Now, when you're emotionally compromised because you're tired and you make a mistake that you shouldn't have made, because like you said, that's the trade that you thought that you took,
Yeah,
but it turns out you did the complete opposite. Now, that there, you're going to feel more jaded against. You're going to feel more frustrated that that happened. And you're going to beat yourself up and be like, oh, why the hell did I do this? What the hell happened? This, that, and the other, blah, 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 blah. Anything after this is going to be a reaction from that,
yeah,
you know? So anything now within the next, again, it depends how different you are. Everyone is different. Depending on how much you're going to feel affected by this, you could be affected by this now for the next hour or two, for the next 2 or 3 hours. Who knows? So anything now within London session, let's say, is going to be an emotional result based on what's just happened. Anything after London session, when you no longer care about the trade mistake that you made, is going to be an emotional result based on how tired you are. So either way, today, in my opinion, for you would be a complete write-off. The best thing you can do is demo
yeah.
trade it, or just forward test.
No, I'll do analysis, but I'm gonna say this, guys. Do take what analysis I do today as Richard is tired, and then uh, don't take it as the gospel, please. Please
Yeah, dude,
don't don't do what I did this morning and make silly mistakes. It is a
no,
silly
did I
mistake,
rate
but it is
that?
what it is.
Yeah, I rate that a lot. Why are air
Anyway,
conditioning fans so expensive, by the way?
um,
I can't find one for less than like 300 quid. I'm like, I don't want to spend 300 quid
what is
just because.
300 quid? What is the rand versus the
Shove a look.
pound at the moment? 21. So that's what, like 6,000 rand. Yeah, that's about the price that we would pay for
Yeah,
aircon, I
six,
think.
6,500 rand.
Yeah, that's about what we would pay
That's
for aircon.
expensive, though. That's expensive.
Is it a good brand though?
I don't know. It's just an air conditioning unit. It's an Argos. Yeah. It's hot. It's really hot. Dude, I'm streaming sweat already, and it's bloody hot. I don't mind going up and getting a fan for my office, but like it's gonna be me and my missus in the room, and I overheat anyway. Like in the winter, I'm her human radiator, so you can only imagine what it's gonna be like in the sun, like in the summer. But the thing is, like, are we gonna have this sort of heat wave consistently throughout the summer? Because if so, I'll spend 300 quid.
Probably not.
But I'm
But
not going to be spending 300 quid for a couple of days a year worth.
I mean, air conditioning works both ways, doesn't it? So it's to heat up and to cool down. So you
Yeah,
might
but
go through like a really cold stint, and
dude,
I
it'll
don't know.
be like minus 10 degrees and I'll still have the window open. I'm that sort of guy.
Okay, well, in that case, suffer in silence, then, my friend.
That's
If
what I mean. Do you reckon I should just get a fan and just circulate warm air?
yeah, you can do that if you want to. You can also get one of those like misting fans that has water droplets basically. So it mists some of the water, and then it cools down by perspiration your room or your flat or whatever. So you can do that. That's also an option.
Yeah, that already sounds like it's going to cost me 300 quid.
I actually don't know what they would cost.
Yeah, fair.
Anyway,
I found an
I
aircon unit here for 500 quid. But it, like you said, it's an air conditioning, a heater, and a dehumidifier. To be fair, so
yeah, no, that's pretty good.
yeah.
I was having a look at gold as well this morning. Sorry, just trying to kind of like jump onto
Jump
the
back
next
to the charts.
portion.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Yeah, let's do that.
Gold had quite the sell-off yesterday, even just before we reached the New York session. And since then, we've recovered ever so slightly. So where's this tool? So we basically recovered into this section over here with the New York open. So the bottom end of, can you see this properly? So the bottom end of yesterday's Tokyo session. So bearish coming into Tokyo yesterday. We had a recovery towards the end of Tokyo, and then London session was nothing but bearish price action. Continued pushing price lower. We had this one reaction, so we broke lower basically than the Tokyo low, and we retested. I can actually mark this up a little bit better, then it would make a whole load more sense. So we broke through, retested, and then volumetrically continued lower, which was really good. Very, very nice sell-off. Then New York session opened up, and we had a complete recovery almost to this, all the way to this bearish base that we had. But you can almost say that it was basically this area over here, this last segment, where we had the last little bit of attempts to try and push price higher, let's rather say, or at least trying to break this this downward trend that we had. So came into that area, and then we continued to sell off. So if you were selling gold yesterday, you were a happy chappy.
Oh yeah,
You could,
Well,
you could have gotten
that's
in
what won me
anywhere.
the competition.
Yeah, I mean,
Was
it was
selling
this move,
Yeah.
these two candles over here. But I mean, if you were trying to sell this and you kept it, you would be very happy. You had the attempt at a recovery, which was great. This would have potentially given people false hope that there was going to be a continuation pushing price up higher again. But we didn't. Started pushing back down again, and we tested the lows of the day down here and did not close lower properly. This is on the 5-minute. And then we started to pick up again. And now, as of right now, we've come back down twice to this area here. Once, and then a secondary time over there. And then these 2 points that we had now this morning with the London session, we just failed to test that area. So gold, I'm interested to see what is in store for today. As of right now, this is basically the last tested zone. So last bearish candles before we had these 1, 2, 3 proper bullish candles breaking these recent swings, and then topping above that swing but not closing above it. So that swing point over here and these swing points down here were already mitigated and tested. So we then entered a little bit of consolidation during this period, just here, which seemed like we were going to now start pushing. We got the break and then a continuation lower, but just straight back into the zone down here. So I don't know if we're going to have any more sells just for this, let's say, the interim section of the London session. Let's say the first hour, maybe 2 hours, give or take. And then I want to see this high here be tested first, the one that created the high of the day so far. So this segment here, I want to see tested. If that doesn't happen, I want us to break lower and continue pushing price lower. So I want this like a little bit of a consolidation and then a break lower. If we're going to have that, I don't know. But it's what I'm hoping for. Because then you're just continuing the picture of yesterday, which was bearish price action.
Yeah, true. It depends if we get that break. If we don't get that break, then I can't see it happening. But
yeah, agreed. Agreed.
I don't know. We just seem to be almost forming like higher time frame consolidation.
If we go into the
Like if you
4
go,
hourly, let me have a look.
yeah, especially if you go into like even on the 15 minute, it started to channel down until we got.
Yeah.
It's almost creating like that flag. You know, it's like that 15-minute flag pattern. I don't know what flag because I don't trade flags, but I'm sure there's going to be a name for it. You know, it's trending to the downside, but then it's bottoming out. Oh God, yeah. Thank you, Remy. See, it's not just Rich that's tired today. There we go. Cool. If we just jump over real quick, so you can see my goal chart now, real quick on the 15-minute. Now, price was again, yeah, textbook is beautiful as it started heading down, but
Oh, it's
we've
15
got
minutes.
this sort of. Is that a flag pattern?
Mm.
I don't trade flag pattern, so like I'm sure this is a flag pattern. I'm sure there's probably a cool funky name for it.
I think it's
But
just a
you
descending flag.
it is just okay. There you go. So
Mm.
it's not as funky as I thought. No, it's still pretty funky, but so yeah, we've got this this descending flag here. Now we can see price. I don't know. I've got a leather mouse mat, and I think it's actually that hot. My mouse is sticking, so it's not flowing over my my mouse pad that nicely.
Hmm.
So we've got, you know, temp one. We've got a wick below attempt two. We've not quite. We've attempted but failed, and then we've actually put in a higher point. So we've consolidated this low section, but we are still channeling down on the up section here. So for me, you know, a break above this trend line wouldn't be like a make and break. It wouldn't be like, oh my god, we're now bullish because we're broken above the flag, the flag pan, or broken above the trend line. Although what we would have is for those flag pattern traders is yes, we'd have a break and close above the trend line. We'd also have a break and close above this previous lower high, creating a new higher high. But more importantly to me, it would be a step. What's going on? There we go. It'd be a step closer to trying to break and close above the almost a 4K flat level. You know, almost that 4018. So 4018. If we can break and close above that, I think that would then be a more definitive answer on whether or not we're going to have I'm going to call it intraday bullish, maybe intra-session bullish. I think, you know, maybe London session is going to be London session could be bullish, and then maybe we get the reversal throughout New York. But again, it all depends on what happens. You know, like Rich mentioned, it could be a case of we come up, try again, and then we start breaking lower, following yesterday's price action. So you know, I'm not going to ignore that idea, and that's the whole point. Is just trying to work out what's going to be happening and trying to trade what you're seeing, not what you want to see.
Kavish saying somehow you guys look sad or down. No, neither. Not sad, not down. Just tired.
Yeah,
Just mentally tired
yeah,
today.
literally.
And then
Rich,
Capnox. I'm just gonna say this, dude. This is a community where everybody has a voice, but we're not going to accept people coming in and degrading other people, calling them dumb, idiots, or stuff like that.
yeah,
So this is your final warning, Capnox. If you're going to continue with this route, we're going to ban you. All right. So if you're going to speak to people, you speak to them in a respectful manner. All right.
I rate that, and I respect
We're
that as
not
well.
gonna play this game. We're not gonna play this game, Capnox. This is your final warning. So if you carry on, it's a ban. All right. You're getting your warning right now.
Not only that, just a quick one for Capnox to, you know, humble yourself, my friend. You know, look, we can all flex. There's a reason I'm sitting here in front of you and you're sitting in the chat, and there's a reason Rich is also. We can all flex. I live a very nice life, but I don't flex it. You know, I can also flex on YouTube. On YouTube, I can flex it on Instagram if I want to. I don't. Just because you're buying a second home, don't think that you're more important than other people. Sort your act out, my friend. And yeah, and be nice to other people.
Yeah, and then Mr. Mikagi, appreciate your feedback. We'll take this and we'll definitely start doing this. Apologies. So we'll one of us goes through our analysis. We'll let that person finish, and then we'll move on to the next one.
Yeah, I'm trying to catch up with chat. Chat was chatting
Yeah.
this morning. Also, noticing a couple of you guys are from London, which is awesome. A lot of you Londoners out here. That's sick, man. Just a quick one as well. Just a quick shout out to those of you in London. I will be in London in October, speaking at the London Prop Trader Expo. So I will be there. Ooh, I just froze then. There you go. So I will be there speaking. So if any of you guys are London based, then dude, come say hello. I didn't realize how many Londoners were in. That's really cool, man. Unbiased Australians there. Will upgrade to reversible heat pump. It heats up in the winter and cools in the summer. I saw your comment. I can't find your comment now, but I did see your comment saying that you have like 3 showers a day. Bro, I'm fully backing that. I'm the exact same. I woke up every morning, cold shower, in the afternoon, shower just to stay clean, and then a shower in the evening before bed, just a good bed clean. It's yes, yeah. No, dude, I I feel you, bro. I feel you. Uh, Rad, what's good, my man? Hello, sir. What's good, brother? I'm from Nepal. Big shout out to Nepal, man.
Welcome
Welcome
in.
to the 5ers family. Like I said, international brothers over here, or brothers and sisters. There's a lot of female viewers. Morning, my people. Are you looking at buys on gold, Will? Yes, I am. I'm just waiting, Vinny. I think buys could be valid, like I just mentioned. I think we can see price moving higher, but I fully agree with Rich. I think there's potential that this could start continue lower. We're just gonna have to wait and see. We're at the break point of that initial move on the 15 that I mentioned. We're at this break above. So it'd be interesting to see if we have like a break and close above. That would be cool. If not, then we're still within a trading range, which I don't want to trade. So if we can break and close above here, then yeah, I think that we could see some buying potential. I'm not in buys at the moment, but it seems to be shaping up to be a bull bias.
Yeah, we will definitely have to see whether or not this flag pattern that we're having here, we're having a bit of a breakout now. I think that there is a potential for us to come and test the Tokyo highs at least, which is that very first line that you drew after this little breakout that we're having now off this descending channel. Very interested to see if this is going to continue pushing up or if we're going to have more of a continuation lower. So I was having a look at the daily. We had quite a bearish last 2 weeks. So last week, Monday, the 15th, we had that gap that we opened up and then just very, very strong convictive downward movements on gold. One day, which was this week, Monday. So, no, not last week then. So last week we had this bearish reaction and then one day where price tried to pick up again and then failed and continued going lower. So if we look towards the left, we have this area over here, which is basically where we came to test yesterday and today. I would be interested to see if we can actually reach the bottom end of this, which is equal to that low swing. This was all the way back in the 4th of November last year. Now, obviously, if that gets swept and continued going lower, then we would have the low swing point of the previous low swing points of the 28th of October, the 29th of October, and then also the 30th of October. So these three swing points, what is the actual distance from that one? That's $42.88. So that's 42 points away from the closest reactive swing point, which brings it down to 3,929 and 3,886, which is going to be very interesting to see if we can actually reach that point. We're currently struggling to react off of this 4K point, which is basically what we had yesterday. We dipped a little bit lower. Let me move that out of the way and this out of the way. So yesterday's low swing was 3,959 on a CFD. So today's low is 3,962. So it's struggling to break past that point as of right now, but let's just keep an eye on it and see what happens. I'm definitely bearish. I mean, it's pointing bearish on the daily. It's been bearish for a while now. So even these days here, where you had the bit of retracement, it was trying to take back this whole move that we had from top to bottom, and it didn't really recover all that much. And then eventually another attempt to go lower. So high, low, lower high, lower low, and continuing like that. So definitely bearish on gold. But at a critical point, I would say right now, with 4K in sight. Yeah. That's
nice.
definitely...
No,
we're agreed.
I agree with that. Kawish, my dear Will, you are pixelated. Yeah, bro, I don't know.
Not anymore.
Am I not anymore?
No, you're good now.
Okay, sweet. I was gonna say, dude, I'm sorry if I'm going through any issues at the moment with my Wi-Fi. I did do a speed test. My upload my download is super fast. My upload is crap. So I think I'm having like an in and out Wi-Fi at the moment. Maybe it's the weather, maybe it's the heat. I don't know. Everything seems to be loading my side, so I do apologize if at any point I do get a little bit pixelated. Daniel Bartle saying, Will, where is the Prop Firm Expo? It is in London, in Billingsgate Hall. I'm sure it's Billingsgate Hall, I think it is. It's a 2-day event in October 23rd and 24th, I think it is. I'm pretty sure. Again, if you've got any questions, and my Instagram is there, I can, you can see. I'm pretty sure I posted my speaker card on it. But I'll be posting on my Instagram about it, and not only that, closer to the time, I will actually announce it here, because I believe the 5ers are going as well. So I will announce it, here at the 5ers and be like, "Yo, guys, I'm going this week, or next week, in 2 weeks to yada yada yada." So don't stress. You will find it here on the live stream. I will let you guys know. Yeah, I'm sure it's Billingsgate Hall. Will, your face is not clear. Yeah, sorry, Azrael. Sorry, brother. Apparently I am back now. So
no, he's back now.
Yeah, hopefully we're all good. Scalp possible at 408.
So 4,008 for gold. Yeah. 4,000 is
okay. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I've just looked at 4,008 now. Yeah, actually, to be fair, that's a really, really nice zone as well. I wouldn't hate the idea of that being an area for shorts. Maybe even if we go on.
Personally, a little bit higher.
It depends, because
I can see why.
About scalp shorts.
Yeah. I mean, I can see why it's this cluster here.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly that.
The high of that wick over there, and potentially the high of this wick over here. So you have this. Apologies, Will. You were talking.
No, it's all good. Dude, you're fine. Yeah, no, dude. I fully agree. Like you mentioned, I think the idea of like you said, that little cluster there being short potential for scalps, maybe a pullback to continue longer. But yeah, no, dude, I'd love to get your view on it. We got Branken saying 4070. Now that would be a little, yeah, I think that's a little bit more what I would want to see, which would be, yeah,
yesterday's segment here.
Yeah, in fact, that would, yeah, exactly that. That would be yesterday's London high, actually, I believe.
London high was 90, 1490.
Oh yeah, it is, isn't it? Yeah, 40.97.
Mm.
Okay. Yeah. I like it. It's a nice little zone as well. It's just before it's that pullback zone before the continuation drop. I think that would be a nice little area. We'll see. We'll see. What's your thoughts on the idea of moving a little bit higher up to that 40.70?
I mean, it's not impossible. I'm just wondering what kind of price action it needs to climb through to get to that point.
Yeah. I mean, we haven't. The 15-minute hasn't broken and closed yet. We have closed on the 5-minute above that high that I was mentioning. That, in fact, 4K flat. We've broken above that 4K flat mark.
Let me have a look on the futures platform. What is price currently on? 415. So we're about
While you do that,
15.
Raphael,
So
I'll get to this as soon as Rich has finished checking out
yeah.
gold. I'll get to this, Raphael. No worries.
No, I'm done with gold.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I want one of these areas to be tapped and then continue lower.
Yeah, I don't want that immediate area to be. I want to break through that, I think.
Yeah, this to me is the crux point.
Yeah.
The 422, 414.
I'd love to break above that. I like your middle area. You're sort of like, yeah, that's quite nice. I think that could be maybe a little bit higher than the low, maybe like the equilibrium side of that. Like the center
Like in the
line.
midpoint.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that would be a
40,
nice.
47.
Yeah, I think that'd be a nice sweet little spot. Alrighty then, Raphael. Will and Rich, I'm currently long on in EU. You think this is a retracement? And if yes, where do you think is the target? Let's have a look for euro dollar. Currently long. Let's head up onto the hourly. Let's go from there. Do I think it's a retracement? No. Immediate answer, like first impression, no, I don't think this is a retracement. I think for this to be a retracement now would have to move to something like this. I think that would be like a retracement or a pullback. Maybe here. I think this could be a pause point, but I don't think that would be retracement worthy. We seem to be getting, we've put in this low here. We've put in this high. There we go. So right now, as order flow goes, there's not really low consolidation, low pullback, high. So the prior high to that, I suppose you got a bit of a pullback here. If not, it's up here. Very sort of very fluid, fluid price order flow, but not very textbook. It's we've got very flowy price like this, opposed to your textbook order flow. So that tends to be a little bit harder to trade when it comes to having pullbacks. It's easier to identify maybe pause points or areas of interest. On the hourly, I'd be tempted to say, providing we can close on the hourly now, providing we can close, and that's going to be in 14 minutes time, above 1.13709. If we can close above that, I think you're in a good step forward for continuation longs.
Louis is saying he is in at 113.49.1.
113.
It's the low swing point. That one. No.
Yeah. This one here.
Yeah. Right there.
Okay. That's quite nice, actually. Which point did you get in? Because you've got two entry points here. Did you get in this one here or in this one?
I think Louis got in now on the most recent one because the previous time it was there was like 12, just like 10 minutes to 1 in the morning for you.
Oh yeah, yeah. Fair is half one. Okay, fair point. Uh, this here is setting up to be nice, but it's garbage price action. It wasn't until we got this here would I have said, actually, that's quite nice. The fact that you got in down here, very, very nice.
Raphael is saying, I am long from 113.53.9, so only slightly higher than Louis.
113.53. Let us know where your stop losses are, guys, because I'd 113.53.
I would assume Raphael is on the low, or just below the low swing.
Yeah, okay. Wait, do you say Raphael was on the, or Louis was on the low?
Louis is 113.49.1, and Raphael is 113.53.9.
One at a time, one at a time.
You're right with this one. This one is right.
Okay,
113.49.1. This is Louis. The next one is only slightly higher.
No, stop loss.
No, they didn't say where their stop losses were.
Oh, apologies. Yeah. No, yeah, I got you.
That entry, the second one, is 539. So 113.539. So just 9, yeah. And then Raphael is saying his stop loss for that one that you just placed now is 13.246. Yeah. So I assume yours is going to be just at the low. Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Okay.
Louis' stop loss is at 418, so his is just below that previous little wick low.
418.
418.
So this is Louis. And
Yeah.
Raphael,
so Louis is just there, and then Raphael is just
at
the daily low. So
yeah, pretty bang on in it. I'll just chuck it at the low.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay. Nice. Raphael, no offense, bro. I prefer Louis, but I prefer Raphael's stop loss. If I'm honest.
I mean, I can see exactly why Louis got in, as well as
I can see why he got in. I can't see why he placed his stop where he placed his stop.
I can see why. You've had 3 tests of that area, and all 3 tests failed. So I can see why.
The highest I could have put my stop, I think, would have been here.
I mean, if you look at yesterday New York session, so in that square that you have, that you've created, so you have a New York swing point after London was closed at 113.466. Then you had another attempt at 113.490, and then you had the Tokyo low. So I can see why. That makes sense.
Yeah, but why that area exactly?
Multiple tests on that area, struggling to break through. You started getting volume with that last one, which is the end of your box. It just started getting good volume
it's a beautiful
there.
entry. I can see exactly why you entered in.
Yeah.
Same goes with Raphael. I can see why you'd enter in a long. This is a beautiful long opportunity. I will 100% back that. The only issue is the risk reward ratio on Raphael's would be a bit deep for me. You know, there's a bit of a stretch, and you've got a couple of little pause points here to try and break through. Whereas Louis, in my opinion, you're almost like I said, in my opinion only, you're almost guaranteed this TP, because I cannot see price slowing down until it gets to a minimum of this area here being 13,758, and which is this little pause point here, this consolidation. I can't see euro slowing down at all until we get to there. So for me, Louis, I think that's an absolute fantastic trade. I don't like where your stop loss is. That's just my personal opinion. Me personally, I would have had to have my stop probably at the low here, which still would have given me a 2-hour trade. The only difference, you've got a 4-hour trade, or potentially if your TP's at that consolidation, you've got a 3-hour trade. I don't think you've told us where your TP is. If so, absolute banger. You know, I think that's a crazy good trade. Raphael, I think you're playing the safer game. I can understand fully why your stop loss is there, and I 100% back that stop loss, personally speaking. I just think you're going to have a tougher time reaching your TP. I'm not saying it's not going to happen. I'm not saying it's not going to happen whatsoever.
I like both, to be honest with you. They both have completely different approaches.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
they're
No,
both trading from roughly the same zone. I can completely understand why Louis' stop loss is where it is, because theoretically, that was the most recent area of support. When you consider the Tokyo sessions low, you consider the New York sessions midpoint, which also
okay,
had
yeah, you
multiple
know what?
attempts.
Yeah, okay, maybe I'm just being
So
picky.
yeah, so to me it makes sense. It's especially if
Yeah.
you're looking at very short, let's say less than 2 hours being in a trade.
Mhm.
It's a high reward and risk, high risk, high reward a trade where Raphael is way more conservative with his entry. I like his stop loss as well. I like the fact that he wants to have at least like a 1 to 1.5 R, which is great. Will he get there? I don't know, but at least it gives him room to let his trade play out. Maybe Raphael wants to have his trade run a little bit longer, maybe 4 or 5 hours, that kind of like thing, maybe even into New York session. So it makes sense. I can see both. Personally, I would have Louis' entry and stop loss. Actually, no, they both the entries are great. I would have either one of the
Yeah,
entries. I would have Louis stop loss, but that's because my trading is like I want to have my
yeah,
trade be done within an hour and a half to
yeah,
2 hours.
exactly. Me,
Yeah,
me personally, I
still New York.
love. Yeah, yeah, fair. I love Raphael's stop loss. It's probably a bit too deep for me. My risk reward ratio, just to get a 2 hour alone, would be pretty high. You know, my TP would have to be pretty high. I think again, maybe I was being too picky with Louis. You know, Louis is on the candle close, not the wick. So, truth be told, I'm being pedantic over.
And remember this, Will,
Five
like
pips. So
Victor does like 3 to 5 pip stop losses.
yeah, no,
Uh,
yeah, no, no.
Griff
Oh
has
yeah, no,
got
no, exactly.
Griff
Yeah,
has
yeah,
got
no,
like
100%.
11 to 9 pip stop losses. So we get people that have incredibly
Yeah,
tight
no, of
stop
course. Yeah,
losses.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
No, that I'm not disputing. I'm just talking on a technical point of
yeah,
view
yeah.
on putting a
Fair.
stop loss where I would be wrong. I used to
Mm,
trade with a 10 pip stop. I've traded with a 3 pip stop before.
mm.
I used to have 1 minute entries where I'd have a 3 to a 5 pip stop. I had an 18R month a couple of years ago, my highest month on record, and that was all traded with anything maximum of a 10 pip stop loss. So, yeah, I've traded tight stops, but when it comes to being wrong in a trade, for me to be for me to genuinely be super safe and think that this is me completely wrong about the trend, I'd have Raphael's stop loss. But for me to be super tight and want to trade a little bit like Louis, for me to be wrong, I'd be 5 pips lower than Louis. So you've got a 7 pip stop.
Oh.
I'd have to add 5 pips on top of that, and that would be for a technical reason on to get out of the trade. But yeah, dude, I like I
Very
said,
interesting. Look
yeah,
at what Raphael was saying. He was asked by Maisha whether or not Louis and Raphael, are you guys trading the same time frame? And Raphael said, I entered on the 4 hour time frame. And if you have a look at the 4 hour time frame, it makes sense where he got in. So he got in on the sweep of the 4 hour bullish candle low getting touched, getting taken.
yeah, yeah, fair.
And Louis took his on the 1 and the 5 minute. So they're both in the same direction, and that is why Raphael's trade is has his stop loss at the low of the larger swing lower, and Louis has his stop loss where it is because he's obviously so same directional trade. different entry points. I think it's pretty good.
Yeah, fair play. Yeah, dude, that's pretty sick.
And then it makes sense. It makes sense for the 1 to 2, 1 to 1.5 R trade, because then if you see where the take profit then is for a 1 to 1.5 is you're in, I think it was yesterday's midpoint of the London session. So not bad. Not bad at all. It makes sense.
There we go. Yeah, dude, that does make sense. That makes a lot of sense. Alrighty then. Just trying to catch up with you guys in chat. Guys, fair play.
Yeah.
You guys are absolutely chatting. Absolute legends. Love to see it. Also, guys, if you haven't already, make sure you smash that like button. It means a lot to us. Yeah, so smash that like button and subscribe if you do like what we're talking about here. But yeah, no, they're really nice trades, guys. I'm literally about to bring that up as well. Yeah. That explains why your stop loss and TP are much larger. Yeah, no, exactly.
Yeah, it makes sense. Completely makes sense. But great trades, both of you, really. And I think this kind of, I wouldn't say this proves the point, but this gives more credibility to the point that the time frame itself that you trade doesn't really matter. It's what practices you implement on which time frame. So if I have a specific way of trading on the 4 hour, you can make it work. You really can. And you can do the exact same thing down on a 1 minute, 5 minute, 15 minute. It's that consistency. It's picking a time frame and sticking to the entry points on that one and looking for your specific entry criteria and then sticking to that. I like that. It's really good.
Yeah, dude, I love both those trades. I think you've got the right bias. I think you've got the right, beautiful entry points. Yeah, I think you're on a good run there.
The trade that I was supposed to take, I think would have reached TP2 and now would have knocked me out had I actually been in. Yeah, it would have hit TP2 and then would have just come to knock me out now and break even after TP2 was hit. I mean, this.
I'll tell you what, this would have been a losing trade for me. The only reason I didn't take it, I didn't like this wick.
Which one? Oh, that one.
Yeah. Had I have
would you have gotten in there?
Had I not had this wick, and it was more of a nice break. I tell you what, if we got rid of this candle completely and replaced it with this candle here, I probably would have gotten in and probably hit a stop loss. I would have gotten in something a little bit like this. Yeah, something a little bit like that.
Yeah, I think in my mind, it's. I also got in later than what would have been ideal. It would have been ideal to get in much earlier. So on your screen, what would that time be? So ideally, I would have gotten in 7 o'clock my time. So what would that be? 6 o'clock yours?
6 o'clock my time, yeah. So you would have been
ideally there on what? Yeah, that candle, that one there.
So you would have been looking at something like this.
Yeah, that would have been ideally my entry point.
You have
40 points,
40 points,
40 point stop loss.
Wonderful.
And then 160 point take profit. Yo, what's up, LJ?
There you go. Yo,
what's LJ? What's good, bro?
Happy Thursday, guys.
Yeah, man. You
much easier getting into stream today, so hopefully.
Oh, mate. Even if you
guys
on that trade,
you're the only one.
Have the tech issues.
You're the only one. Yeah, I had tech issues this morning. Will had tech issues this morning as well.
We were all having...
What is going on with this? Like, I got in easier today. Like
I got in a little bit earlier into the stream because I was setting up the 1v1 battle information, and my screen just froze, and then EVMux froze, and I was like, "What is going on here?" Everything was frozen. I couldn't close my camera, couldn't close my microphone, so I exited, came back in, still frozen. Nothing was moving. I could hear Will, but I could see nothing. I was just like, "What's going on here?" Exit. Tried again. Had to exit again. Restarted PC. Came in. Everything's fine. So I don't know, dude. Like,
My partner also doesn't have internet at all at home.
Dude,
Like
that's
this
so
whole week.
weird.
I don't know what's going on.
Cyber warfare.
Yeah,
Who's
it
got the
seems that way.
tinfoil hat?
We've had more banking issues as well, where people have been locked out of banks, and like I was talking about the phone, some of the phone carriers the past 2 weeks as well. So there's clearly something happening. So
Yeah, digital
anyway.
warfare.
I like this question from Unbiased Trader. LJ, do you change your clothes? Yes, he's Australian. He has like 800 Aussie shirts.
Yeah, this is game kit, all right? This is game kit.
It's game day, baby.
Yeah.
Game kits are designed to be sweat in.
Yeah, not only that, you can wash it. Like, I remember back in, like when I was playing rugby a lot. Like if you have game kit, it stinks. You can wash it as many times as you want. You can wash it with hopes and dreams if you want, and you can wash it with your girlfriend's super expensive laundry detergent, and it's still going to stink. And if it doesn't stink, you're just not playing the game hard enough.
You got to put it on high heat, right? You drop them in, put it on like 90 degrees, just like you do with towels. That just deletes everything, and then they're beautiful. Smell great.
Yeah, but then they're so tight on the arms, your veins are bursting.
That's fine. That's what you need for rugby anyway. You need it to be
I mean, that's so true. Yeah, fair. We used to argue, like we used to get into the, we used to get into the changing rooms, and you'd try and find the smallest kit you could find, especially if you were on like benched. So if you were benched and you weren't obviously with rugby, or you have your dedicated numbers, and if you were benched, you'd try and find a small or a medium, because you knew that you were gonna go out and looking hench as hell.
Yeah, and the other thing, there's nothing worse than like making a break through the center. You dart, left, right, whatever. You're now running down the wing, and someone just grabs you and slings you out, right? Grabs your shirt over the sideline, dude. That's the worst, right? But they didn't even tackle you.
It's like fitting clothing for a reason. It's for a reason. It's to help prevent that grabbing action.
Yeah.
So that you kind of like slide off. You'll also notice that all of the new kit has this texture to it, where it's really difficult for you to grab onto it. So in the past, you used to have like maybe a cotton blend with wool.
Yeah,
and
this
now
kind of like jersey material.
Literally the jersey that LJ's wearing now would be the rugby.
Yeah. This one's one of the newer ones where it does have that like slim.
It's got the tapering.
The tapering.
tapers into the middle. But I'm talking about the material itself. The material is made of a way so that if you try to grab onto it, you struggle to get grip on it.
Yeah.
So all of it is there, and if it's also skin tight as well, then it's even more impossible for you to just like grab onto it.
Yeah, no, literally that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we used to have a little guy. He was a winger, and he was a little guy. Like he's like probably my like chest height. And I'm not that tall. I'm not LJ tall. I'm about, me and Rich are about 6'1", 6'2", whereas LJ's like 6'9". So I'm not hugely tall, but this guy would come up to like sort of like my chest, like my ribs, and he'd always have a small shirt. So like you'd go in and wind him up and you just go put a shirt on, and then you'd have to wear like this tent on him, and yeah, it looked ridiculous. It was so funny.
Drag. He's got so much wind drag at that point that he's no longer the fastest guy on the field. but there is an advantage to that. If they do grab him, he can literally just slide out of his shirt and just carry on running.
Like he was like he'd run under people's legs.
Someone's shirt get like pulled off, and then they just sprint just topless and boom, try time.
We've had that as well
so many times. Or in a tackle, like their shorts have come down because they've not tied their shorts tight enough. Their shorts have come down. They've just like streaked across the pitch with the ball in their hand, and they're like they've gone to go score a try, and like no one wants to tackle them because you're just gonna get a whole lot of boxer in your face.
The worst is when you get like a boot come off, like your laces come undone, and then you're.
Mate, that happened to me literally one of my last games.
Because you're like off centered the whole time. It feels really weird.
Yeah. Oh mate, I remember it was like bogging wet as well. It was pissing down with rain, bogging wet. My boot came off, and I was just running through squelching, and you almost like you want to run in circles. You're slipping the lot.
Indeed.
And I mean, I used to play center and wing as well, and we used to have blades. So you didn't have the regular studs like the forward pack would have. We had these like odd directional blades on our boots, basically.
Better for sprinting.
Yeah.
It was.
Better for running, yeah.
But
Until it gets
like
wet.
what Will was referring to now, when you have like an absolute torrential pour down of rain, you literally dig up grass.
Yeah, you can't dig in.
Yeah, you got no chance.
Board pack with their nice steel studs. They would dig in and then they can push off. Where you would just like, it's like having a shovel. You just like shovel grass out of the way. So if you try and change direction suddenly, you go this way, but your legs go that way.
Like, happened to me way too much because I was always on the wing, and sometimes I go fullback, sometimes I go center. I was always on the wing. So I got, past the ball this one time, and as I got the ball, I went to go step someone. I stepped into the tackle. Oh, man, it crippled me. Absolutely. This guy just folded me because like he went the way I was stepping, and I should have stepped away. And as I should have stepped away to avoid him, I just stepped into one of probably the hardest tackles of my rugby career. It was awful. It just folded me. Anyway, on that note, I'm going to leave you on this one comment from Unbiased Trader. Will, I tried the bobble last night. It's addictive. Best figures I could make on my in-laws. Very close to send them and realistic. I need to stay alive. Dude, you know what? I actually asked the old man. So we went down the pub last night for a quick beer in the sun because it was really nice. And I said to my dad, I was like, Dad, look what I made. And he's like, do you even do any work in your office? I was like, yeah, no, I do work. I was like, yeah, no, I do work. I was like, it was kind of almost kind of for work. He was like, it wasn't, was it? I was like, no, not really. I was like, but anyway, do you know it? Because obviously he's a business guy. I was like, do you have any connections that I could make this in real life? And he was like, what do you mean? I was like, I want a real life bobblehead that I've just made of myself. And he was like, yeah, he does actually have a contact where he can make figurines. Yeah, exactly.
Get a 3D printer, Will.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. Actually, a friend of mine does have a 3D printer. So I've decided, Unbiased Trader, I'm going to try and make that a real life bobblehead, and I'm going to see if I can order it. So I'm going to have a word with my...
yeah, you can.
You can.
Yeah, dude, but I didn't know that. This was revolutionary to me. I was like, what? So I'm going to have a word with the old man today and see if I can... get some phone numbers to call or email, and by the end of next month, I want you're gonna see figurines of me.
Are we really gonna? Because your camera is so pixelated.
Pixelated again.
Yeah, a little bit pixelated.
Oh, for God's sake. Anyway, on that bombshell, guys, I'm gonna go. Guys, I'll see you in 2 hours' time for the trading 1-to-1 competitions. It is the last day. We are up, or I'm not up. Me and LJ are not up. It is actually 2-1 to both you guys as viewers. So let's see if me and LJ can actually level the playing field today. So it's either a tiebreaker or the pros are going to lose. So anyway, you're gonna have to wait a couple hours for that. LJ will be going live on that in about an hour's time. Myself in 2 hours. Let's look forward to that. But anyway, for now, peace.
Cheers, Will.
Peace.
Dude, I made a cock up this morning with my trading.
I think I heard that before. Was that like how'd that happen? Was that you, or was it like the platform not working properly, or something else, or what?
I could have sworn that I had a buy order. Okay, so when I trade MetaTrader, I use the position size calculator. And the first thing that I do in the morning is I show the lines. So I press S, it shows the lines. I make sure it's a buy. And if I want to take a sell, I just say, or H is hide, so it hides, and S is switch. And I think that's probably what I did. As I explained it to you now, I think that's what I did. Instead of hiding the lines, I pressed switch.
Yeah, I see.
I think that's what happened. Because I was looking for a buy. So if you look at my screen, I'll bring my screen up and then you can see. This is what I wanted to do. This trade here. That was the buy that I wanted to do. And thinking about it now, I think that's definitely what happened. Because H is hide, S is switch. And I think I pressed S for hide to show the lines. And then I entered. Anyway, wanted to take a buy. So I took it on two two prop accounts and one fuse, and then I just minimize and go came back. And I was keeping an eye on TradingView, and I was like, oh no, this looks good. Like we're starting to push up. Then I MetaTrader, so it doesn't give me alerts, but the features popped up here at the bottom, popped up a little thing saying, like trade closed, or like, like something was hit. Yeah. And I look at that and I'm like, that's strange. I have a.
You're like, oh, TP? Did I hit TP?
I have a 1-2 for the future one, and it's like, but we're not there yet. We were somewhere like on this candle, like this candle over here, and I was like, that's weird. I don't remember placing a partial. Let me go and have a look. And when why am I down? And then I go and look. That ended up having a stop loss sell in all three platforms, and I could have sworn it was a buy. That was my intention. And then I was like, oh, for fuck's sakes, really? And then I was talking to my wife beforehand, or not beforehand. I feel so drained, and I think that's why. It's just like, didn't sleep well, made a mistake, and I was like, okay, you know what? I'm done trading for today. I'm gonna do analysis. I hope this is going to be on. I'm not at the moment. Yeah, silly. So a full, effectively 3% loss today because it's 1%, 1%, 1%. So would a hit TP2. Yeah. And then eventually hit stop loss at break even, because as you know, once I hit TP2, my stop loss automatically moves up to break even. It would have been a 0.75 trade. The futures one would not have hit TP2, but I would basically at break even now. So stream gone. Been struggling much with issues.
Is it playing sound now?
Nah, dude, it's stuttering. The stream is really struggling.
It's not. Yeah. Because the past couple of times, sometimes, yeah.
Yeah, apologies, guys. We've really been struggling with the live stream from Monday. It seems as though there's something going on across the world with the internet, so it's really struggling. So sorry about that, guys. We didn't notice. Oh, dude, that is annoying.
Yeah. The last time did you restart?
From Mars, that's why it's lagging. Yeah.
What happens when you buy the SpaceX IPO? You get burnt.
Internet cable through the Strait of Hormuz. Is that actually true? Is that actually true? Like, legitimately,
there's no cable through there. They go sort of around the other portions. I don't think there's any main cable through that. There's some that are close, but not through the straight, of course. But there's co-joining cables. If you guys can still hear us, like, let us know when it's actually back.
So we have the East Africa submarine system. Oh, mate. Well, that was annoying, guys. We apologize.
At least I got into the stream.
That's annoying, guys.
Easy. At least I got into the stream.
Let's see. I mean, my whole stuff was broken. Frozen. It's completely frozen.
Yeah.
Jump out and then jump in again, and then see whether or not I can get it.
Okay.
Try that as well.
Yeah, sure. All right.
And then you can attempt to help out. See?
Wait, were you talking, Rich?
I was for a second there.
I heard you on the YouTube, but not in EVMux. That's weird.
We are lagging. Jeez.
Yeah, this is
This is. Yeah. There's definitely something going on at the moment. I don't know why this is happening.
yeah.
Shall we try and restart the stream in its entirety? All right, let's do this. Remy, let's restart the stream. Say again. Yeah, we'll do that.
there's probably so many like thumbnails from the random pauses that people could grab.
All right, I'm ending this now.
Right. Cool.